Now listen close, 'cause every mountain keeps a memory, and some nights, child, the wind goes rummaging through the old ones. When it does, you best hush your breath and lean on in, 'cause the hollow don't repeat a name unless it's ready to be heard. The night the mountain repeated a name. That night, the hollow lay heavy as a quilt left out in the rain. Junie Mae woke sudden, heart thumping, not scared, just aware. The kind of awake that feels like somebody whispered your name from far off. She sat up slow, listening. The wind rolled down the ridge in a long, uneven breath. Not a voice, not a whisper, just a broken pattern that almost made a word. Something like Letty Clay. Junie Mae held that sound tight in her chest. Didn't tell a soul. By sunrise, folks were already murmuring at the well and along the road. Sounded like somebody calling. Could have been the ridge shifting. Didn't sound right for March. Then somebody said, the thing everybody else was thinking. Reckon old man Clay ought to hear this. Not dramatic, just practical. When sound misbehaves, you fetch the man who's lived long enough to know its moods. He walked the ridge path slow and steady, cane tapping like a heartbeat. Didn't ask what folks heard, didn't offer theories, just stood there, head tilted, eyes narrowed toward the ridge. The wind shifted again, long, uneven, familiar. Old man Clay's jaw tightened. He heard the pattern. He recognized the name, but he kept it to himself. Junie Mae saw him listening the same way she had. He noticed her watching. A small nod passed between them, quiet, sure, like two folks who'd heard the same secret. Neither spoke the name. The creek sounded louder than usual. Echoes bounced in odd directions. Footsteps carried farther than they should. People paused mid-sentence without knowing why, heads tilted toward the ridge. Old man Clay walked the ridge twice that day. Folks noticed. Later, Junie Mae passed by Miss Hattie's porch and heard two elders talking low. Ain't heard that name in years. Letty Clay, that story never did settle right. Junie Mae froze. That was the name she'd heard in the wind. She didn't ask questions, didn't interrupt. She just turned and walked straight to old man Clay's yard. He saw her standing there and nodded toward the porch. She sat. He sat. Silence settled between them like a third person. Finally, she said, soft as creek water, I think the wind was carrying something last night. Old man Clay nodded slow. Some sounds come back round when they're ready. Junie Mae swallowed hard. Letty Clay. Old man Clay closed his eyes, memory passing over his face like a shadow. She was kin, he said, and her story never settled right. At dusk, the wind stumbled over itself again, long, uneven, familiar. This time, more folks heard something in it, not a name, just that same strange rhythm. People stopped in the road, turned toward the ridge, waited. Old man Clay stepped forward, steady as ever. Come on up to the porch, he said. This ain't a story to tell standing in the road. And the valley followed him. Folks settled on his porch, some on steps, some leaning on the rail, some standing in the yard. Junie Mae sat closest. Old man Clay looked toward the ridge, jaw set, eyes soft with memory. He began. Letty Clay was kin to me, and the valley never did hear the truth of her. The wind quieted. The hollow leaned in, and the story opened its door. What the wind carries back, the heart must carry forward.